Good morning, Cornerstone VBS.
Good morning.
Well, in America, when I wanted to buy groceries, I usually went to either Safeway or King Soopers. If you buy your groceries at Safeway, raise your hand. Okay, everybody who buys at King Soopers, raise your hand.
But in India, we don't go to stores like Safeway and King Super. We just get our fruits and vegetables from little stands on the side of the road, or just from like these little carts that get pushed down the little streets. And like they would be yelling, "Vegetables for sale! Vegetables for sale!"
Now, in America, when I need to get from my house to school or the grocery store or the park, I always went in a car or a minivan.
But in India, there's lots of forms of transportation. People might go on their bikes, or lots of people use little mopeds, and a lot of people use these little things called auto rickshaws. They're green and yellow, and they're not much bigger than a scooter, but they have a bigger seat in the back and a little canopy on top. And so that's one of the ways that people get around here in India.
Now, in America, when I went to school, I always spoke in English, and the teachers taught me in English, and when I was at home around the dinner table, we spoke in English, and when I went out in public and met new friends at the park, I always spoke in English.
But in India, the most common language that's spoken is called Hindi. Hindi. So people speak Hindi all the time, just like how we speak English in America all the time. So when you see someone that you know, you might walk up to them and say, "Namaste.
Namaste.
Mera naam Eric hai."
Acha, mera naam Kameen hai.
So there you go. And one thing that people say, in America you might hear, when you go to church, someone say, "Praise the Lord." Well, a lot of times Christians, followers of Jesus, will use that as a greeting when they meet someone that they know is a follower of Jesus as well. But in Hindi, you say it like this: Jai Masiki.
Jai Masiki.
Jai Masiki.
Now, in America, if I wanted to know about Jesus, I might ask my mom or dad, because maybe they're Christians, or I might open a Bible and read it, or I might go to church, or maybe I would go to Cornerstone VBS.
But in India, there's very few followers of Jesus here. If you wanted to know, you couldn't really ask your mom or dad, because they probably don't know anything about Jesus. And you really can't just go to any church on the street, because there are hardly any churches here. So that's why we're here, because people right now don't have the opportunity to hear about the peace and the hope that Jesus can bring into their lives. And so we want to give them that chance to hear about Jesus.
Have a great morning, Cornerstone VBS. Bye-bye.